It's September in Harwich, and that usually means only one thing. It's Harwich Cranberry Festival time. And with us today is Ed McManus, chairman of the Harwich Cranberry Festival. And we have two big weekends coming up, and Ed is going to go over them for us. And he's going to start off with the Kids Weekend this 9th and 10th, right?
Well, it's it's the 10th, Saturday the 10th, I believe. And it's a family day at the beach activity. We are having it down at Red River Beach this year. We did it there last year, and it worked out quite well. We had been down at Pleasant Road Beach, but as it got more popular, parking got harder down there, so we moved back to Red River Beach, where it started.
That's a good sign.
Yep. It starts, committee members get down early in the morning to set up, but the activities start about 11 for the kids and families, and run to 3, and we have just a ton of stuff lined up. We have pony rides, hay rides, lots of games on the beach.
Volleyball.
Tug of war, sack races, sand sculpture contests, and the Tom and Dolores Sherry, the couple who's sort of spearheading the organization for the committee this year. They have done a spectacular job of going out and getting prizes and awards for the kids that participate in the games and the contests. I think they are up to now have 127 merchants in the Harwich area that have donated things, everything from coupons for ice cream cones to the Youth and Rec Commission donated some free class sign-ups for recreation,
nice.
The soccer team and that sort of thing. So
that lady was very impressive. I think I had the opportunity to meet her maybe July or August, and she was right up to date.
Oh yeah,
really moving ahead.
But we have that, and then there'll be a tent up for arts and crafts activities for the kids.
Is that this weekend too?
Yep, that's all on Saturday. Leo Kakunis is bringing up some of his farm animals. Some of the town departments, the police, fire, and highway, are going to bring down some of their equipment for kids to look at and climb on, which will be fun.
Ring the fire bell, baby.
Yeah, ring the fire bell, all of that stuff. Ring Brothers is setting up, and they're going to do a cooking demonstration on the beach. We have a martial arts studio that's going to be doing some demonstrations and exposition of their skills. Let's see, what else? We'll have the committee's putting together a bake table, so there'll be good sweet treats to eat, and then we'll have our hot dog and hamburger stand set up for a little bit something more filling and nourishing. So you can buy that.
Well, certainly, you're really building and building on this program. You can tell certainly a lot for many more people.
Yeah. And then at 3 o'clock, we sort of wind down those activities and take a little break, have a time for people to go home and take a shower and clean up, and then come back at about 6 or 6:30, and we have a band coming down, set up on the beach called the Beach Plums, and they're going to play for an hour or so as we start the bonfire. And then also with the bonfire this year, we're going to be setting up a couple of smaller bonfire pits, and we'll have sticks and marshmallows available, and you can roast a bonfire. We've had some people try and do it in the big bonfire, and that's just a little. So we're trying to provide some place where they could be a little bit more controlled. And then that'll wind down about 8:30 or 9. But it'll be a great weekend.
As it gets darker earlier, the bonfire make a pretty spectacular show.
Sure, it will. And, as always, when you get into September, the weather is always a question. The weather on Saturday has sort of gone back and forth. They're not saying it's really going to rain, but they haven't really committed to it being sunny. But if we do get rain, our advertised rain date will be on Sunday. So, and we'll make that announcement as soon as we can. Get the word on whether it's.
You know what channel? I know it'll be on Channel 18.
We'll try and get it, coordinate with you guys to get it on Channel 18. We'll try and get a couple of the radio stations to announce it, and then we'll put signs up down at the beach. You know.
I hope you don't need that.
I hope we don't need it. We did it one year before, and you know, it was one of those days that it's at 9 o'clock. It was sort of dreary and wet, and by 4 in the afternoon it was beautiful, but it really wouldn't have been a fun day. The next day was just beautiful the whole time. So
that was a good decision.
Yeah, yeah. So
you look back on those.
Yeah, and then after we get through this weekend, the following weekend is the festival weekend, and this year we're beginning to call that weekend the Harwich Cranberry Arts and Music Festival, because we're concentrating it around arts, providing a good arts and crafts show. We have close to, I think, 100 vendors signed up to be at Brooks Park this year. We have a few food vendors that are going to come and do that. And then down in the Hollow, as last year, on both Saturday and Sunday, we'll be having musical events. We have a lineup, everything from a local boy, Sean Simpson, who's at the high school. He does sort of a rock, rap, jazz presentation. He's done a lot of shows on the Cape this summer and has gotten good reviews. Amy Gallatin and the Stillwaters is a bluegrass band. Jesse Leger and the Bayou Brew are a Cajun band. We're real excited about that. We're trying to mix up the type of music, get a good variety for people. The Catbirds with Chandler Travis is a rock band, and then Sarah McQuaid is a Celtic performer. The Andrea Gillis Band is a rhythm and blues band. And then Saturday ends with the Rip It Ups, which is a traditional bluesy rock band.
Now, how many hours each day are these bands?
Well, on Saturday we're going to start at 12, and we'll run to 7 o'clock.
Oh, and there'll be bands playing all that
all
time?
day. Yep.
So you can catch music all day long.
Yeah, a little bit of couple, 15, 20 minutes between bands. Sure. To move equipment out and do a few sound checks, and then on Sunday we have the parade will start at 12. So when the parade is over at 1, we'll start with music on Sunday. And last year we ran the music on Sunday till 5. However, we know that there's a Patriots game this year, as there was last year, starting about 4. And so last year, the last band was really good, but hardly anybody was there. Everybody slipped away to see the Patriots game. So this year, we're only going to be doing 3 bands, and we'll do them at 1, basically 2 and 3, each for an hour, and the performance is at 4, so people can skitter off. You
got a good lineup for the parade?
Yeah, we got a lot of local floats. The town band's going to be in it, and then I don't think this has been announced yet. This is the announcement.
Breaking news.
Breaking news. Our Grand Marshal, because the theme of the parade this year is the Berry Cranberry Festival Parade. And so we've asked Lincoln Bev Thatcher to be our Grand Marshal. They has sort of traditionally represented cranberry growers in Harwich for many years. They're sort of in many people's minds, Mr. and Mrs. Cranberry in Harwich, and so we're quite honored that they agreed to be the Grand Marshals.
Very nice.
And so we have a lineup of some old fire trucks and some old-time cars, a group that is going to enter in, a number of youth groups. So it's a real home time parade.
Good.
So we're excited about it.
Yeah, you've drawn good crowds in the past.
And the parade, as you know, we've decided to run it through Harwich Center, trying to connect Harwich Port and Harwich Center. It's just too long a hike up through up Bank Street or up South Street with very few people watching. So we've just decided to run it from the elementary school through Main Street and Harwich Center to Brooks Park. We figured, all summer long, everybody heads to Harwich Port for the musical strolls, and at Christmas time for the Christmas stroll. So we've decided that, Harwich Center needs something to bring some people up to see Harwich Center at least once a year. So
and they deserve a little support too.
Yeah, and the other is a practical issue. We need to alter some traffic, and when you close down 28 for the parade, you wind up having to provide detail officers all over town. And it becomes quite expensive. So, but by doing it through Harwich Center, it's a much smaller contingent of detail officers that we need.
More control of finances seems to be the theme all over.
But we're excited. Last year, the festival and the music festival was well received. People were
excited about the Hollow.
We had about 55 craft vendors last year. We're almost double that this year. So I think it'll be a great weekend, and we hope everybody can make it.
Very good. On that note, I think we'll wish you good luck.
Thank you.
And to remind everybody, the 9th and the 16th, to get yourselves down to Brooks Park and Howard Center and enjoy, and Red River Beach.
Yes, and one quick thing, on the festival weekend, parking's going to be at the high school, and we'll have a shuttle bus going up and down Oak Street.
Very good.
To help people get to and from.
There you go. You got it all. Take part.